from Armenia, who brings the heat every time he steps in the octagon. He has scored knockouts in 6 of his 9 wins. Please welcome Armin Superman Petrosian. And his opponent, a Dagestani warrior who has already proved to be one of the most exciting strikers in the UFC. Undefeated as a pro with 14 wins and 11 of those coming by knockout. Please put your hands together for Shara Bullet Magomedov. Moving on to our next bout in the featherweight division. Up first, a man who has proved that he is down to fight anytime, anywhere. With dynamite in his hands, he has proven he can take out anyone in the world with one shot. This is Dan 50K Ilia. Up next, one of the top contenders the UK has to offer. Undefeated in 15 career fights and holds 7 KO victories to his name. Please welcome the 12th ranked featherweight on the planet, Lerone, the Iceman, Murphy. Moving on to our next fight, a title eliminator in the light heavyweight division. Up first, a man with all the looks of a future champion. 14 career wins with 9 coming by way of knockout. Please welcome the 5th ranked light heavyweight in the world, Alexander Rakic. His opponent, one of the most well-rounded fighters the division has ever seen. A combination of slick striking and immense power with the ground game to neutralize any opponent. He has not tasted defeat in over 6 years. Please welcome to the stage, Magomed Ankalaev. And now, for our 5-round co-main event in the middleweight division. One of the most intimidating forces to ever storm through the UFC. He uses his aggression to break the wills of his opponents in an instant. On the cusp of fighting for his first UFC world title, please put your hands together for Khamzat Chimaev. Standing across from him on Saturday night, a future Hall of Famer looking to add to his legacy. A staple at the top of the 185-pound division since he arrived, and still willing to take on any and all challengers. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome to the stage the former UFC middleweight champion, Robert the Reaper Whittaker. And now for our featherweight championship main event. One of the best fights on paper the UFC could put together. Up first, a living legend who is littered across the top of nearly every UFC featherweight statistic. A GOAT of the division, fresh off his iconic UFC 300 knockout against Justin Gaethje. The pride of Hawaii, the former UFC featherweight champion, Max Blessed Holloway. And standing across the octagon on Saturday night, a man who is looking to rewrite the history books at 145 pounds with all the potential to be a UFC superstar for years to come. The undefeated phenom who has already taken out some of the biggest names in the division and has no plans of slowing down at just 27 years old. Please put your hands together for the UFC featherweight champion of the world, Ilia Topuria.
What's up, Abu Dhabi? Thanks for coming out today. Who's got the first question?
For the champ, Ilia Topuria. Ilia, the last time you were on the stage at one of these press conferences, you took Alexander Volkanovski's belt from him, then you did it in the cage. How different are things for you now as you are the champion looking to defend that belt?
It's going to be exactly the same. I'm going to take these lights out in the first round. The only thing is But I took his lights out in the second round. But in this case, it's going to be a little bit different. I'm going to do it in the first round.
And Max got back to the spot after losing the belt by beating contenders like Korean Zombie, Arnold Allen. Do you think he's going to be capable of doing that again if you beat him, or would you rather him move to lightweight or something so you can maybe fight some fresh names?
You say?
Max got back to the spot after falling short of the belt by beating other contenders. Do you want him to stick around and try to make another run if you beat him, or would you prefer him to maybe change divisions so you can fight some other names?
I don't care about him. He can do whatever he wants to do, to be honest. I care about my business.
And for you, Max, Ilia said yesterday that the idea of you being the best boxer in the UFC is a shame. What do you think he's going to be saying about your boxing after this fight?
We get to find out Saturday night, man. I can't wait. We're days away.
And just lastly, again for you, Max, if you win this fight, you'll have the record for longest time between 2 title reigns for any male champion. What does it say about your perseverance that you're able to get back to the spot? And do you see any of those characteristics in Ilia that he could maybe do something similar to what you did if you take this belt from him?
Just keep grinding, man. Just keep grinding. Keep your head down. Keep grinding. You want something, go get it. Anything's possible.
Points for Robert Whittaker, right here. Obviously, you fought some of the best wrestlers and grapplers in this division's history, like guys like Yoel Romero, Derek Brunson, Jacare. Khamzat has declared himself the best wrestler in all of the UFC. So I'm curious, how would you rate him against those other names that you faced?
You know, he very well might be. The thing is, though, we're not wrestling. I'm going to be doing my hardest to not wrestle with him. You know, I'm going to try and take the fight into my own strengths. And honestly, I've heard it's really good. He says it's good. Everybody else agrees. So show me. I'm ready. I want it.
And on media day, you said you were ready for a 25-minute sprint against him from the first second to the last. So I'm curious, do you think it'll even reach that far? Do you think you have the ability to, you know, put him out before it does reach the judges' scorecards?
Man, I'm going to try. You know, I'm going to try. I have 25 minutes with him. He has 25 minutes with me. And you know, I'm going to leave it all there. I'm going to leave it all there.
Similar question for Khamzat. Right here. Khamzat, Robert said that, you know, he's ready for a 25-minute straight ahead. Right here. He said he's ready for a 25-minute sprint against you. Robert said he's ready for a 25-minute sprint against you. Do you think it'll even reach the judges' scorecards?
I don't think so. We'll need 25. I'm here to finish somebody. I'm here to fight, man. So maybe come here and jump around like kangaroo, man. Around, I don't know. I'm here for fight, and I fight from first to last, man. Try to finish the guy. That's what I'm doing.
And everyone keeps talking about your wrestling. Robert said he's going to do his best not to wrestle you, but you've knocked people out on the feet. Do you think people are overlooking your striking in there?
I don't know, bro, what people think about. I know who I am, man. So, gonna go in the cage, do my best, man.
Question for Magomed Ankalaev right here. Obviously, you said that Alexander Rakic might be the toughest opponent you face. So I'm curious, what does he bring to the table that maybe your past opponents just haven't had because obviously you've been undefeated for so long?
Сказал, что Рачич, наверное, один из самых сложных оппонентов, который перед тобой стоял. Интересно, что в нем есть, чего не было в других твоих соперниках?
Мы знаем, что Ракич хороший боец. Я думаю, UFC его поставили против меня, чтобы защитить чемпиона. Я думаю, мы пройдем его и все.
You know, we know that Rakic is a great fighter. I think the only reason that the UFC put him in front of me is to defend their champion. So we're going to go across from him, we're going to roll him over, and then we're going to move on to the champ.
You said that the UFC has approached you and said you need a good performance to get that next title shot. So how do you see this fight playing out on Saturday?
Ты сказал, что тебе нужно отличное выступление, показать себя очень хорошо для того, чтобы получить бой за титул. Что ты сделаешь в субботу?
В эту субботу мы покажем зрелищный и красивый бой. Нам она очень нужна, чтобы идти вперед. Так как Ракич стал на мой путь, нам придется переехать его.
This Saturday we're going to show a fun, exciting fight. It's going to be fun for the fans. Right now, Rakic is in my way, so what we have to do is move through him to get to the championship fight.
Question for Alexander Ratchik right here. Obviously, at Media Day, you said you were here to crash the party. Everyone keeps talking about Magomed getting the next title shot, but you said, you know, if I go out there and win, I could also get the next title shot. So what are you expecting on Saturday?
I expect a hard fight. Magomed is well-rounded as me. I think we are the two most well-rounded guys in the division, and it's going to be a fun fight. I improve all my skills from the last fight, wrestling, grappling, and striking. And like he said, that I'm in his way. Of course, he's in my way as well, and I want a title shot. So I'm ready to crash the party on Saturday and mix things up and talk after the victory to Dana.
Question for Dan Ige. Dan, obviously a lot more notice for this fight than the last one you took part in. Were there any lessons you could take from taking that fight in 4 hours notice that you can take forward in your career?
You know, just confidence in what you're capable of, you know, showing up and fighting. We're just warriors, man. That's what we do. We train year in, year out. And I'm excited for Saturday night. It's going to be a 15-minute, exciting, violent, bloody war.
You think it's going to be a 15-minute back and forth, or do you reckon you're showing dominance in there?
That's what I'm prepared for. I don't know, you know.
For you, Lauren, Dan, obviously everyone talks about his power, but in terms of his skill set, where could he cause you problems on Saturday, and where could you find success? Lauren Murphy.
Sorry, I thought he was talking to him. Everybody knows my skill set. I'm an elite striker, and I believe I'm going to cause him problems on the feet. He's got good power. Like everybody knows, he's well-rounded, but everybody's well-rounded in the UFC now, so I'm just going to put on a good show, good fight, and I'm looking for that 50 Gs.
Question for Shara Bullet. Shara, yesterday Arman said he knows all your weaknesses and is ready to take advantage of them. Can you basically assume he's coming here to wrestle then?
Вчера Арман сказал, что он знает все твои слабые стороны, и он воспользуется этими слабыми сторонами. Как ты думаешь, это значит, что он будет с тобой бороться?
Однозначно он будет со мной бороться. Вопрос лишь в том, когда он начнет это делать. В самом начале или тогда, когда запахнет жареным, как я уже говорил.
Yes, of course, he's going to come out there and try and wrestle me. The question is he going to start with wrestling, or is he going to do it when the things are going to be really bad for him in the middle of the fight?
I guess we'll ask the man himself. Arman, are you going to start wrestling, or are you going to switch to it once Shara's striking shows itself off in there?
Армен, ты туда придешь борьбой заниматься, или все-таки начнешь бороться, когда уже его удары нанесут тебе какой-то урон?
Шара сказал, что запахнет жареным, но, возможно, жареным запахнет и в его углу, даже скорее всего. А по поводу стойки или ударки, будем отталкиваться от боя, мы готовы ко всему, и к стойке, и к ударке. У нас хорошая ударная техника, поэтому я не вижу в этом проблем.
Когда я бью ногами, на том месте, куда я ударил, бывает хорошая прожарка.
He said that it's gonna be tough for me in there. Well, it's gonna get tough for him first, I'm pretty sure. And when it comes to whether I'm gonna wrestle or whether I'm gonna be striking, we're gonna see what the fight shows, and that's what we're gonna do. And Shara replied that once I start kicking, it's gonna be pretty bad for you really, really quick.
Last one for me, Max. I know this is low on your list of priorities today, but are you a bit surprised Ilia didn't bring his BMF belt with him to this press conference?
Not at all. Not at all. It is what it is, man. If you bring it or not, it's all mind games this guy's trying to play. So, like I said, we're days away from actually getting the show on, so I can't wait.
John Bernard with KO Sports Australia. This question's for Ilia Topuria. Ilia, you said you're going to be the first person to knock out Max Holloway. With the likes of Conor McGregor, Dustin Poirier, Volk not being able to do it, what makes you so confident you're going to be the first person to knock him out?
No one of them have the power I have in my hands. No one of them have the skills I have. Guys, listen. I have been saying with the same thing with Volk. You all have the same energy in that fight. You have the same energy in this one, but you're going to change your mind after this Saturday night. You will see, guys. I will be the first one to take his lights out.
Another one for Max. Max, Ilia's been busy beefing with everyone on Twitter from Conor McGregor, Bilal. He recently called out Islam. Do you think he's underestimating you going into the main event and not really focused on you?
Not at all, man. Not at all. It takes like 10 seconds to reply on Twitter.
Called
so
himself
it is what
a
it is.
bull. I'm El Matador. You all know what El Matador does with the bull. You all know it.
Mi pregunta va para el matador, Ilia Topuria. Por lo visto el peso ya está prácticamente dado. Tu entrenador dice que no paras de evolucionar. No sé qué más podemos esperar de ti, tal vez que nos digas en qué asalto y cómo va a ser tu victoria.
Mi victoria va a ser en el primer asalto. Con Volker fue en el segundo, pero esta vez será en el primero. Él no será aguantar la presión que le voy a proporcionar desde el primer asalto. Él dice que yo me copio de muchos otros luchadores, pero adivinen qué, él quiere ser como yo, él quiere ser el campeón del mundo, él quiere tener lo que yo tengo, así que se siente en su lugar hasta que me ponga de pie.
It's going to be in the first round. I'm going to put a lot of pressure since the beginning of the fight, since the first round. He's been saying a lot that I copy a lot of other fighters, but the reality is that he wants to be me. He wants to be the champion. He wants to be in my place.
La segunda pregunta es para Max Holloway, pero él no sabe hablar español y se lo pregunto en inglés.
Solo inglés.
To be honest,
Paleto,
Max,
es lo que es. Porque solo sabe hablar inglés y luego se burla del mío.
He only knows how to speak English.
To be honest, Max, Ilia is more complete than you, has more knockout power. Do you think you have any chance against Ilia Topuria?
I wouldn't be here if I didn't, brother. We get to find out come Saturday night, my guy. Tune in. Remember what you said and tune in.
Okay. My last question is for Dana White, if possible. Any sentence, only one word, yes or not. Next time, 2025, UFC will arrive to Spain?
You ask, yes. We're working on Spain. We'll get to Spain as soon as possible. The problem with Spain is there's the arenas are backed up. As soon as an arena opens up, we'll be there.
Yes or not?
Yes.
Yes.
Ilia por aquí. Question in English, in Spanish, sorry, for Ilia Topuria. Quiero que me cuentes si de verdad crees que va a aceptar esa invitación que le has hecho para intercambiar en el centro del octágono. Se ha acercado ya mucho la pelea. ¿Qué sensaciones tienes de Max ahora mismo?
Claro que no lo va a aceptar porque no es el verdadero BMF. Porque el verdadero BMF hubiera aceptado el reto desde el segundo uno. Este cinturón fue creado por y para George Masvidal. Él se hubiera quedado en los primeros 10 segundos en el medio. Pero este falso BMF no se queda ahí. Lo estuvo diciendo. Yo voy a salir, voy a apuntar hacia el suelo igualmente. Si se quiere quedar, van a ver el knockout más rápido de la historia de la UFC porque le voy a arrancar la puta cabeza.
La segunda pregunta para ti, Ilia, es
because he's not the real BMF champion. This belt was created for Masvidal, and he's just a fake BMF. He's going to see when I point to the center of the octagon who's the real one.
Ilia, encarando esta pelea, ¿qué es lo que te obsesiona de verdad? ¿Cuál es el legado que tú cuando estás en la cama tumbado piensas que quieres dejar en este deporte de las artes marciales mixtas?
A ver, una cosa es que no le puedes quitar todos los créditos de todo lo que hizo. Es un peleador que ha escrito su historia dentro de la división. Tiene todos mis respetos por todo lo que ha hecho. El hecho de que estamos compartiendo el octógono significa mucho. Yo soy el campeón del mundo y por eso comparto el octógono, porque es un gran peleador y se lo merece. Entonces, ganarle a Max Holloway sería algo súper grande agregado a mi legado y estoy súper emocionado.
He's a great champion, had a great legacy, and I'm the champion now, and I'm fighting him, so obviously a win over Max Holloway will be huge. It will be a great thing for me.
And question for Dana. Dana, do you think it will be possible, the UFC Spain at the summer of 2025?
That's what the other guy just asked me. Yes. I don't know about summer, but yes, 2025, hopefully, yes. We want to go there. We're going to try.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Nick Cody, KO Sports Australia. This question is for Rob Whittaker. Rob, of course, as always, you've got the entire country behind you, but Saturday night here is 5 a.m. Sunday morning in Sydney and Melbourne. That's when the main card kicks off. Would you recommend to people in Sydney and Melbourne, go to bed early the night before, set an alarm, or just push through, send it, and have a big party for when Whittaker gets the W?
Yeah,
Will be a bad morning for you guys.
I didn't ask you.
Tuck yourself in early, mate.
Fuck off, man.
Tuck yourself in early, wake up. And yeah, it's going to be a cracker. I won't keep you waiting.
Question for Khamzat.
Abu Dhabi fans, my Muslim brothers, take out this shit. Throw him out.
Question for Khamzat.
Go back to Australia, coming to your home, man.
Question for Khamzat over here. Tjena brorsan, läget?
Ja, det är bara bra. Hallå.
Jag tänkte fråga, hur har träningen varit i Dubai och kommer du fortsätta träna här i framtiden?
Det är klart, alltid har varit bra här. Så jag har varit i Ryssland, har gjort min camp där, sen kom tillbaka hit. Har gjort camp här också, alltid har varit bra för mig här.
Och jag vet att du gillar snabba bilar. Har du fixat någon snabb bil i Dubai?
Har överallt bilar nu.
Lycka till mannen, tack.
Question for Dana. Should we expect more UFC events in Abu Dhabi? We love having you here.
Yes, we've been coming here for almost 20 years.
But more than two.
What do you think, this is our last event in Abu Dhabi?
But we want more than 3 or 5 events per year.
Oh, yeah, well, I'm only doing like 44 fights a year. What do you want me here every weekend?
Yes.
Yeah, I'm with you, but yeah. No, to be honest with you, we are working on doing more fights in Abu Dhabi. From pay-per-views to fight nights and trying to come up with other stuff. So the answer is yes, sir.
Let's make a whole city just for the UFC.
I love it.
A question for Max. Topuria has mentioned several times this week that he will point to the ground at the beginning of the very first round. What will you do in this case? And do you think, is he playing with you or?
Just tune in, man. Tune in. I think he didn't deserve that kind of moment. He had that moment with Josh Emmett and someone shot and someone took someone down, someone hold someone down.
You if I deserve it.
The moment needs to be
point to the
deserved.
ground and
Brother, we're adults. Let me
do.
talk. Let me talk. We're adults, brother.
Bro,
Let me talk.
down.
Calm down.
Stay quiet. Stay quiet.
Let me
Stay
talk,
quiet.
brother. Let me
I
talk,
don't
brother.
even ask you if I deserve it
talk.
or not.
Let me
I will
talk.
point to the
Question.
ground and you can do
talk.
whatever you want to do.
Yeah, you just try to stay
If you
another
wanna stay in the
fight,
middle, shake the hand and you stay in the middle. If not, run away. I will cut you anyways.
Brother,
I will cut you.
We're days away.
Take you
We're days away.
Trust
We are
me.
days away.
Trust me.
Trust
You're
you.
gonna wake up from a long
Days away,
sleep.
brother. We're just
You will
days
see
away,
2
brother.
more days.
Be an adult. Let me talk.
Like I like to say,
Be an adult.
we'll find out.
Calm down. Yeah, we're gonna find out. We're gonna find out. Exactly.
Let's go. Okay, go ahead.
Ilia, last question. One for Ilia. Do you think this round goes past 3 rounds?
What did you say?
Do you think this fight goes past 3 rounds?
No way. The referees can go and take a break for this fight. I'm gonna finish him in the first round.
See what I did there? I let you answer like an adult. That's what you do in these things. Thank you.
Question for Max. Question for Max. Max, what's the future of BMF belt? Would you like to go up to lightweight for the tournament, or if you win for the second time, become the 2-time featherweight champion, would you like to give Ilia a rematch?
That's the question for the boss man. You ask him. Whatever you want to do, whatever you say I want to do, I'll do it.
Dana? And question for Dana. Ibo Aslan is fighting. He was in the beginning of the card, and now you moved him up. And what was the
What's the question?
Ibo Aslan. He's fighting right before the
Yeah, we were in matchmaking before we flew over here, and we started looking at him. We're like, yeah, let's move him up. Yeah. We have big expectations for that fight.
Thank you.
Thank you. Go ahead.
Question for Max Holloway. In the past, people have disregarded your power. Obviously, we saw what happened with Justin Gaethje. Could we see a similar result now that you're moving back down to featherweight against Ilia?
We're gonna find out, brother. Like I said, like he just said, we're gonna find out what I've been saying all week. We're a couple days away, bro. Tune in. It's gonna be fun.
Max, find out for Holloway. Find out all the time. We will find out. We will find out.
I noticed you didn't bring your BMF belt, Max. Where is it?
My belt?
Yeah.
My belt's at home. It's not online, you know. That's at the end of the day, it is what it is.
And same question for Ilia.
We will find out.
Just one more for Rob Whittaker. Rob, I feel like no matter where you fight in the world, you tend to always be the fan favorite. Do you feel the same this week against an opponent like Chimaev? And what is it that we all love so much about you?
My good looks, mate. Nah, I don't know. I'm sure I'm the fan favourite somewhere. Probably not here right now, but somewhere. You know.
Just one more for Dana. Obviously, with Max Holloway being the BMF champion, if he does win come this Saturday night, you've got a lot of options with him. Does he move up to lightweight, or does he stick around in featherweight? And
never gonna happen. Don't even answer, please.
Well,
we find out.
He just said that that's up to me, but we would have to look at the options between 45 and 55, and there's lots of. I mean, he's ranked in both divisions, and yeah, I don't know. Listen, we're not short of options, that's for sure.
Yeah. Thank you, guys.
Hi. Assalamu alaikum, Abu Dhabi. UFC, you are welcome. I am undefeated elite athlete from Tajikistan, Nabotov Doropsho. 9 win, 0 lost. Dana, I don't have question. I come here for fight in short notice. I had a manager, never. I did all by myself. Please give me chance, Dana. I want to fight in UFC. Please give me. I'm ready. Fight to show. Please give me, Dana. I want to fight.
What's your record?
9-0.
9-0. How old are you?
25.
How old?
25, yeah.
25 years old?
Right, yeah.
What weight are you in?
В каком весе? Есть переводчик. Lightweight.
Lightweight?
Yeah.
Where were you on the Contender Series? The Contender Series just ended. Where were you?
Oh, yeah. I'm ready.
You ready?
Give me chance, please. Yeah. Doesn't matter. UFC. Can't tell them.
All right, go ahead.
Yeah, question for Ilia. La Gazzetta dello Sport Georgia. კითხვა არ მაქვს. ერთი იცოდე ძმაო, რომ თელი საქართველოს შენს გვერდზე არის.
საქართველოს გაუმართ.
ამაყები ვარ ძმაო. Let's go!
მე კლიან საქართველოს ეკუთვნის.
ენაცვალე.
შემოგევლე.
Pregunta, question for Ilia in Spanish. Ilia, acaba de decir Dana White que 100% está convencido en 2025 la UFC va a llegar a España. ¿Tú estás igual de convencido de que ese cinturón llegará en tu cintura a España?
100%, por lo que le tengo que convencer que ahora sea en el Santiago Bernabéu.
¿Y crees que va a ser en el Bernabéu?
Esa es una charla pendiente que tengo con él, le tengo que convencer.
Dana, ¿Santiago Bernabéu?
Oh, yes, Dana.
Dana,
yeah.
Santiago Bernabéu for UFC Spain?
Sure. I have no idea what you're saying, sir.
No.
Somebody can tell me what he's saying.
The question was if Dana is confident that we're going to Spain next year, are we doing it at Santiago Bernabéu, the Real Madrid Stadium in Madrid?
I don't know. Is Pete in here? Where's Pete?
Come on, we can solve it now.
Where we going, Pete? Where are we going in Spain?
Lo podemos solucionar ahora mismo, Dana.
Don't tell me Barcelona.
Ilia, lo solucionamos ahora mismo, convénceles.
We're going Barcelona, boys. Don't tell me Barcelona. If not, I'm going to point to the ground right now with him.
We're talking to Madrid and Barcelona.
Both?
Madrid.
That's who we're talking to. We'll see what happens. Go ahead over here. There you go.
Ассаламу алейкум. Магомед Анкалаев. Вопрос Магомету. Брат, огромный привет из Узбекистана. У тебя там много фанатов, в том числе наша редакция «Спортус». Вот у нас их волнует один момент. В бою с Яном Блаховичем его лоу-кики представили, там, на тебя сильно повлияли. И твой нынешний соперник, Ракич, также известен своими ударами ногами. Как бы ты мог успокоить своих поклонников, которые беспокоятся именно об этом?
In your fight, question to Ankalaev, in your fight against Blachowicz, you missed a lot of low kicks, and that kind of impaled you in the fight. So your opponent now, Rakic, also does a lot of low kicks. How will you defend those, and how will you make us calm down because you're worried about what's going to happen to you about those low kicks?
Я хочу сказать, чтобы вы не переживали за это. Мы достаточно сделали много работы над этим. Вы можете 100% не беспокоиться об этом.
100%, do not worry about it. We did a lot of work, and those low kicks are not going to bother us anymore.
Еще один вопрос, Хамзат.
Let's find out on Saturday.
Вопрос Хамзату Чимаеву, нашему брату. На днях уроженец Узбекистана Хотамбек Байназаров стал чемпионом UAE Warriors, и ты, соответственно, поздравил его. Мы хотели бы узнать, как ты думаешь, каковы его шансы, если он перейдет в UFC?
One of our Uzbek fighters just became a champion here in UAE Warriors. You said congratulations to him. We wanted to see what do you think his chances are here in the UFC if he moves to this promotion?
Я на русском ответить.
Без разницы.
Ну, конечно, у него есть все шансы, и думаю, нам хорошо залететь в UFC и будет хорошим чемпионом UFC тоже. Мы вместе давно работаем, как в TK, вот в Таму попали, и там начали вместе работать. Отличный парень, достойный боец. I hope Dana give him the chance, man. He become a Warrior champ and undefeated. He's a good wrestler, so we will see.
Спасибо за ответ. Спасибо, братья.
Thank you. Go ahead, sir.
A question for Ilia Topuria in Spanish. Ilia, en febrero te abuchearon y les cerraste la boca a todos con un knockout con Volkanovski. Aquí parte del público también en Abu Dhabi te vuelve a abuchear. ¿Quieres volver a cerrarles la boca? ¿Te sientes como ese villano dentro de la UFC?
Estoy acostumbrado siempre a estar en esta posición, la verdad. Pero una vez más, I'm gonna prove them wrong.
Ilo, შენგან მარცხნივ. I see your beautiful family over here in the first rows, and I just want to ask you what it means to fight for your family.
I always used to say like this, the real warrior doesn't hate what he has in front, but he loves what he has behind. So my family is my motivation for all I'm doing in this life.
And second one, Max Holloway is the future Hall of Famer. And I just want to ask you, what kind of things you want to do to become a Hall of Famer also?
To beat the guys like Walk and Max Holloway, that automatically puts me in a Hall of Famers, I think so.
Thank you. Hey
Dana, how you doing?
Good, sir. How are you?
Not too bad. This one's for you. We were having a chat with the fighters in the press conference yesterday, and there's a bit of a going theme.
Thank you.
Both Rob and Hamza said, if I get a quick knockout, if I win this fight, I'm going to jump the gun and I'll be next rather than Strickland. Likewise, Volkanovski is saying, I don't care who wins this fight, I'm next. Is this what's going on or what's happening?
Again, it's one of those things we got to see how the fight plays out, and you know, there are a lot of circumstances to lead up to who's next and where and all those things.
All right, just one more for me. This one's for Shutter. Shutter, 3 fights, 5 months, 2 fight bonuses. You've become an absolute superstar in this part of the world. You said to me yesterday that you're looking for another fight before the end of the year. Is Dana going to give you that fight?
Вопрос тебе, Шара. 3 боя, 5 месяцев, 2 бонуса. Ты абсолютная звезда в этой части мира. Вопрос, если ты победишь, тебе Дэйна даст еще один бой в этом году или нет?
Я буду очень просить об этом. Все зависит от того, как пройдет бой. Армен очень крепкий соперник, очень жесткий. Надеюсь, бой, что для нас обоих пройдет без травм. И мы оба сможем в скорейшем времени выступить. И я буду рад, если до конца года еще раз смогу выступить. Я настроен на это. И спасибо Дана Уайту, что дает так часто мне бои. Это большой чек для меня, большое доверие, которое он мне оказывает. Я надеюсь его оправдать и хочу поставить рекорд UFC по выступлениям за короткий промежуток времени.
Yes, I'm going to be asking Dana about it, but it all depends on how the fight goes on Saturday. If on Saturday the fight goes well, both of us, me and Arman, get out there unscathed. Arman is a really strong fighter, really tough guy, but we'll see how the fight goes. If it goes well, I will be asking Dana to possibly give me another fight this year because I'm very thankful to him for giving me all these opportunities. It's important for me to set a new record to be the most active fighter in 1 year.
Question from Leader Sport for the champ, Ilia Topuria. That's all, Ilia. A lot of us Georgian fans traveled all the way here to support you. I see a lot of Spanish fans. Vamos, chicos! How does it feel to have two countries behind you on this important stage of your life?
It feels amazing, and of course it's very important for me to receive this kind of support. Let's go Georgia, let's go Spain. This is for you guys.
Yeah, naturally. And still, baby.
And still.
Question for Ilia. Max Holloway's been calling you a Conor McGregor copycat all week, from the tattoos to how you carry yourself.
All Ilia wanna be. I just said that. I'm the world champion. He's trying to be a world champion. He wants to be me.
How do you feel about the comparisons, especially given Conor beat Max in the octagon?
I don't care, you know. I don't fucking care. We're gonna find out Saturday night.
Question for Khamzat. Khamzat, we've seen a different version of you this week, a lot more calm, you've grown the hair out. But come Saturday, are we gonna see the I want to kill everybody Khamzat? Or are we gonna see a different version of Khamzat?
Bro, it doesn't matter which hair I have, but I'm gonna be Khamzat, brother. But anyway, man, I always stay the same, man. Robert is as the guy. I looked up to him when he was the champ, man. First fight when I did, he was champ already in UFC, man. So he's a legend. I am happy to fight with this guy and so much motivated for that, you know. And this guy here sit close to Max Holloway, Hall of Fame, being the BMF champ, world champ in UFC, man. Feels amazing. Gonna be the same, Khamzat, you know. Gonna take over. And Ilia Topuria, he did work with me. He's the champ right now. I want to be the champ as well. So they're just motivated, man.
Good luck.
Question for Max Holloway. Max, in the past, you and your team stayed away from the hard sparring in the camp, but you brought it back for the Justin Gaethje fight. How about now? Is hard sparring a part of your training camp for Ilia Topuria?
Yeah, of course, you know. We bring it back for Justin Gaethje because he's Justin Gaethje, you know. Now we got a tough guy in Ilia Topuria, so we kept it along, and I can't wait to come Saturday night so you guys can see what happens.
Thank you.
Oh, nobody here? Go ahead. What do you got?
Question for Mr. Dana. You built this thing that all of us love so much. I save every year just to come to this event in Abu Dhabi. My question is, can I shake your hand, please?
Is this me?
Yes.
Come on. Who's next? Yeah? Go ahead, sir. You're the last question. Oh, kid asking a question? Oh, yeah. Okay, you're the last one, kid.
Hello, Abu Dhabi. Thank you so much for this experience. Dana White, you are the man. You are the world's best boss. You just gave the person a contract to contender fighter, right? It's amazing. Much respect to you.
Thank you, sir.
Is it possible to know when we're going to see UFC in Russia again?
In Russia?
Yes, sir.
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that question.
All right.
The answer is yes. I don't know when.
All right. Thank you so much, Dana.
Thank you, sir. Have a good night. Thanks for coming. What's up, kid? How are you?
Hello. I have a question for Max Holloway. If you beat Ilia Topuria, what's your plans next? Like, who do you want to fight?
We see, man, we're going to have a lot of options. You know, first thing first is Ilia. I ain't looking over him, and I can't wait for Saturday night.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you, little man.
Hopefully you win.
Thank you, brother.
Go ahead, sir. What do you got?
Question for you, Dana. I just want to know, UFC Africa, specific South Africa, where we at?
Africa?
South Africa?
Yeah, we're working on it. Yeah, South Africa will be first.
2025.
100%.
2025?
Yes. Yes, sir. Thank you. Thanks for coming out today, everybody. We're going to square these.